Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Board Game Heaven Talks Accessories. And in this episode I'm talking about the e-Raptor organizer for Nemesis, and that is a pretty big box with lots of components, and this is also a pretty big box. So I'll unpack this and show you what you get with this, and I'll show you how to put it together, and I'll put everything in the box and show you how that fits, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so let's take a look at the insert for Nemesis by e-Raptor. Let's open up this box. All right, so there we go, big bag. I'll just put this on the table for reference. You can scan this QR code that will take you to the website and the online instructions. They do have a PDF file with instructions on how to put this together. So that's it. They don't actually send you a physical copy of that, which I guess is environmentally a sound idea. So yeah, it's just that right here where I am sitting here in my recording studio. I do not have the luxury of Wi-Fi on my phone, so I need to sit at my actual desktop computer, which is over there, and that is not very handy. And well, I could print them out, but usually I can figure this out pretty easily. So this is a very thin, compressed kind of wood. That is very thin, so I'm gonna have to be very careful with those. This is thinner than anything I've ever seen. As you can see, I can just fold this. So these are all these dividers in here. So I'm gonna be careful with that. That's really thin. And these are HDF compressed wood sheets. So there's basically two big trays, one with a lot of dividers, and one that holds the minis, which is this. These slots are all made to hold the bases in place. So, well, let's start with that. Okay. And the instructions kind of have all of these sheets, and they have arrows pointing to what piece goes where. Although I kind of prefer having numbers. You know, if this is numbered on the board, and then on the sheet, it will tell you, well, this is A, this is B. For me personally, that works better. But, you know, I mean, it works. You can figure it out. It's not difficult. It's just, for me personally, I would have preferred to actually had an instruction with numbers instead of arrows pointing everywhere. And, yeah. Right, so this is the first board. These are all the dividers, and now I need to find the bottom, so I guess that's in this huge Ziploc bag. Oh, there are actually instructions in this one. Hey, the last time I previously, you might remember that my previous review was of the role player organizer by e-Raptor, and the role player one didn't have the instructions inside, which, you know, I thought, well, that's fine, I can look that up. I actually just figured it out. But this, probably because it's a lot more complex, it's a bigger one, they did print out the instructions, so thanks, that helps. So we have this, we have these, and we have the small one. This keeps these together. Yes, so that goes in here. Oh, this needs to go through that as well. Okay, that's why this is longer. So let's see again, are these two the same? It seems they are. So it doesn't matter which one I use here. And this is the bottom. Oops, and I flip this around. Yes, because that goes over there. And these are basically clips to hold your minis in place. So that's pretty clever. So as you can see, these have notches that you can kind of bend a bit. And that clicks into place. You just put them through, you align the whole, I could do them one by one, show you that. So this goes through here, and then that went on top, and I just click that, click, there you go. So now I've basically clicked these two together, and there's a little notch sticking out there. So you don't need glue. All right. So indeed, these two notches are in different spots, so that is correct, fortunately. And then on the other side, we kind of do the same with this. So this goes on top of that, aligning that notch and aligning this notch like this. Yep, that seems to be correct. And you put this through there. Click. Nice. And that will go here. It does. Yep, that will go there. This goes here. So yeah, all right. Won't click it all the way in yet, so I did this. And this belongs to the other one. And this is just one-sided. All right, so now we have number 4. We've got those walls. And let's see that I take the right ones. Oh, I need all 4 of them. So the left 2 are, let's just do them one by one. So this is that one, and that goes here. And this second one goes on the other side. There, so that goes all the way over here, like that. So then the third one is on my side over here, and they are identical, so that doesn't really make a difference. So I just snap that out. I have to check in which direction though. I guess there's only one way they can go. So yeah, because otherwise that would not align properly. So that's also good. You know, if there's only one way you can put these together, then you cannot go wrong. Makes it foolproof, and I like that in a design. So there we go. So this is how you put that together. Well, that's easy enough. So let's see, what do I do first? Well, this slides over something. Oh wait, no, this is the bottom. So this slides over, so this goes last. So I do these first, and I slide this over these. So now is the time to click this in. All right, so I've already aligned it with the bottom. You know what? I'll leave this out for a sec. Yes, they are all in place. Now I need to gently push this in. Click. Wow, that made a little bit of a scraping noise there. There you go. All right. So that already holds it into place. Oh, that's pretty clever. All right, so then I take this piece, put that here. I mean, you know, this might use a dab of glue. I like the system, right? I really like that you can just click this together, but it does have some leeway. So if that bothers you, go ahead and add some wood glue. It doesn't hurt. But yeah, technically you can just put this together without using glue. though I don't mind. I don't mind using glue to put my organizers together. Let's see, so that slides over here. These notches line up. And again, I press this in. Click, click, click. That's nice, and it keeps this in place and this and that as well. So then I take this one, slide that over. So that goes over this, and is this aligned right? Something is keeping it from sliding down. There we go. This is giving me a bit of trouble. There we go, and there we go. All right. So now it's more stable though, once this is in, so that does help. And then I put this here to keep everything in place. Outer walls, click, and lastly this one, slide that over, click. Okay, so as you can see, this is basically where you slide in the bases, and here as well, and these have clips. So this holds all your minis. Let's put that one to the side for now. So now it's time for the other one with all those dividers. So let's see. There we go. So I'm putting this on the side, taking all of these instructions. This is double-sided. Oh, this I didn't need anymore. I already used that. That is a lot of dividers. So these are the outer walls. Let's see. Am I holding it exactly as the image? I am. So this is the left wall. Let me just align this properly first. So this is a bigger open spot, which I guess is that. Yeah, I think it's pictured like this. 2 slots there. Yep. Okay. No doubt there. So this one will go on this side, and that aligns like that. The second one aligns all the way on the other side. So that goes here. Oops. There we go. A little bit of a splinter there. Okay. Then we've got 2 smaller ones, which I will check later, and then these 2. So the top one is on the top. There's one notch that is a bit tight. One. So that goes here. Yes, that seems to align nicely. And that one is then obviously, there we go, the bottom side. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Yes, it does. This is the way you put it. Okay. Right, so now, now that those are out of the way, we have 2 bigger ones. So that's these. And I'm kind of worried about this material though. I'm gonna have to be really careful with this. This is almost cardboard. It is so thin. I mean, this feels like really thin cardboard. So this was the bottom one, and that is the leftmost divider. So that will go here. Yes, like this. There's no other way to do that, but it has notches, so I guess other dividers were going like that first, and I put that on top. But I can just put that in for now. And then I take out this. So, and that will go here. All right. So that's these instructions. Now for the challenging part. We've got the smaller ones. Wow. I think I'll put these in first. Follow the arrows. Goes into, oh, that's really hard to follow. Oh, that's this one. On the website, these actually have colors. So that's a lot easier to follow than what I'm doing here. So this goes here. There you go. And then the second one. Okay. The second one goes next to it. That's here. Okay, so now we have this. And those are basically all of these. And those go here. Okay, so that makes sense. They are all the same, I think. So that goes here. And that goes here. A lot of cards that go in there. And that goes here. There are 3 more. So, I mean, these instructions, they work. They work even better if you have a color printer or you're just doing this with your laptop or your tablet or even behind your PC, building this together. But yeah, it is, I mean, personally, numbers work better for me. This does take some paying attention. Absolutely. Okay, so we had that. So now I can put those dividers over that, these. And then I still have that, for which I do not seem to have instructions, but that's just a tray, so I think that's very easy. I mean, this is basically just a bottom, 2 longer sides, 4 pieces that you slide into these, and 2 pieces on the top. So that's easy enough. I'll do that in a bit. It does worry me though that this entire thing is made out of this thinner paper cardboard. So now I put this on top of this. There's a whole lot of notches I need to align now. There. Aha. Yeah. See, so because of the paper being so flexible, this can easily move out, although the ends will keep this in place. So yeah, just need to be careful. So, okay, I guess that'll hold even without glue as advertised. There's plenty of notches holding all of these in place that I guess it really can't go anywhere. That one didn't a lot smoothly because this was already keeping those straight. Okay, so then these two. Let's see. Am I doing this right? I think I may have done, yes, this one is wrong. This one is out too far. So I need to flip this around. Align that over here. Put that in. Okay, fixed. All right, there we go. And then lift this up a bit. Click. All right, I guess that's in place already. Now for this side, click. There we go. Yep. Oh, 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 oh. This needs to go there. Keep that straight. Align this, align that. Yep, double check. And this clicks in very tightly, so, you know, that does hold everything in place well. And then finally we have this, that goes here. Slide that over these edges. Okay, click, click, there. Okay, so yeah, that's not going anywhere. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I was kind of worried, I'll admit. But yeah, in the end, everything clicks together. You can put your cards in there. Okay, so then finally we have this still. And that seems to be pretty straightforward. I'm sure there are instructions for this in the set, but you can find those online, but not that I think you'll need them. All right, so I did get myself some PVH glue, PVA glue, whatever it's called. So there we go. I'm just gonna put a little bit in here. There we go. Just a tad to stick at least these together. Well, you know, I might just, do I want to do all of them? Oh, this is actually pretty tight. Yeah, I'll leave those for what they are. Okay. I just want to be 100% sure this stays where it is. All right, so again, I mean, this holds. This is light enough that the notches just stay in there due to friction. It's super light, but you know, I just like to be 100% sure. Okay, then it's time to put everything inside the box. So let me just grab my box, figure out where everything goes, and I'll show that to you in a second. Okay, so I got my box and I put everything where it's supposed to go according to the images on the e-Raptor website. So in this tray, this is the bottom tray here, they tell you to put all the miniatures. So you've got these bigger aliens that fit into these slots, and you need to pay attention which go where. They all have their own specific slots. So you have a narrow slot for these slightly bent over bigger aliens. These ones standing up more straight have deeper slots. Then these big guys, they go over these with their legs, as you can see. The queen goes here, she rests on top of these two supports, and these crouched aliens, they go here. So I put these card holders in as well. I have the Kickstarter edition. I don't know if these come in the retail edition because they're not in the pictures on the e-Raptor website, but I just put them there, and these crawling aliens all go in there together with the survivors. So that all goes in here. So that will, you know, have a spot on the bottom. There you go. So that is in. I do have to say though that it does seem that there's a lot of space in here, a lot of room. I also put this in baggies, just, you know, somewhere here. That doesn't hurt, that's rubber. There is plenty of room to put stuff still because there's, you know, a lot of space here. So then you've got this tray, which has, of course, all these dividers for the cards, which we saw. And this little tray fits nicely on top of that. Now, this does take advantage of these notches in the bottom that stick out. So you can put that on top. I mean, sideways it's walled here and here, so that doesn't go anywhere. It can move in this direction, but because of those notches, you can put it here and then it catches on. So this is nicely in place, and that works well. So that keeps in place these hexagonal tokens, the dice. I had an extra push board with these cables. I put all the square tokens here. I put these in here. So then on the top I put all of these tokens. So I just put those in here, and that's fine, that's correct. So over here I put, mostly as indicated, I took a few liberties. All these round tokens, the bigger round tokens with the numbers, and some of these. These are the doors on their stands. These are the pods, the escape pods, the player marker, the cat, and the engines, and the damaged tokens for the engines, and these engines as well. So they all go in here. And these are all the smaller cards, just divided. So you got all your intruder weaknesses and these coordinates cards. I put those together. There's not a whole lot of them. Your character cards, crafted items, and these are these items, and the medical items, and finally the weapon items. So these all go in here. There's plenty of space to sleeve them. They have space sideways and in all directions, so you can sleeve all of this clearly. So, and here I basically put all the different types of bigger cards in their own slot. There's plenty of room for that. There's really one slot for everything, so that's pretty cool. They did that well. It's a very simple, a very straightforward solution, but it works, and it has enough room again for sleeved cards. So these the tiles all go here, and that's that. So I put this card reader, this decoder, simply on top of the smaller cards, and I still have the bag, which I think is also Kickstarter exclusive, with these tokens, you know, these spawn tokens, and I just left them in there because you're supposed to put them in a bag, and I just put that on top of these. There is room, so that's good. Now I had wanted to put these on top here, and they fit here. Well, if I don't sleeve them, if I sleeve them, they'll come up a bit. And I wanted to divide them, but this doesn't fit. This bumps into that tray. So otherwise I would have taken 3, put those here and 3 there. So yeah, unfortunately that doesn't quite work, and I of course can put them like this and save some room, you know, but they'll sit on top of these cards. But yeah, I mean, so this goes on top of this, and I am kind of worried that you probably shouldn't store the box vertically with this insert. I mean, they do keep your things in place, I guess, so I think it's possible, but I'd be just slightly worried. So I have some extra stuff here. I have these, the booklets, of course. I have the intruder board. This also, well, kind of fits. So I'm just gonna put these on top here. Just divide that a bit into 2 equal stacks, so like that. And then I'll put the leaflets and these room sheets on top. And the lid will not sit flush because of the board, but that's also indicated on the website, so you just have to be aware of that. Let's see what else. I have the letter that came with the Kickstarter. I cut out this from the box of the Kickstarter bonus content because I like the image. But this, I mean, you can just toss that out, as well as the stand. They actually made a stand that you can put your box on. I mean, it's just unnecessary stuff, but I just kept it. And then the board just sits on top. And as you can see, that will, of course, lift everything up a bit. But that's, you know, it's not bad. And then considering the amount of air that there is actually in this box, I'm quite surprised that you can still close it almost flush. Well, almost. It's about 2 centimeters, I think. As you can see. But yeah, I mean, it's better than the original organizer that came with the game, which I still have here. I just took everything out. There's pros and cons to using this. I mean, the pros are, of course, that the miniatures have their own slots, and they, to me, seem to be sitting in there a little bit more safely than in the wooden insert. On the other hand, I think this actually goes on the top one. This goes, no, that doesn't. This goes here. You know, you have your space for the tiles and everything. There was an issue with the space for the cards. If you sleeve them, they didn't fit anymore. I haven't tried that yet, but I've seen people comment on that. And then this sits on top with also, you know, miniature spaces. But this wasn't also very handy. They were just big enough to keep all of the little tokens, and they were. And I thought, why didn't they make this a bit deeper? They could have easily made half of these a lot deeper, especially this one and these, so you could more easily toss stuff in. At least it did have a space for the cards, and it did sit flush. So there's a pro and a con there. I mean, this is nicer, and you have your tray that you can put on the table, which is a lot easier. It's not expensive either. It's relatively cheap. And it has, you know, all your cards are nicely separated and sleeved. So that is a big plus. So yeah, I'll be tossing out these and keeping this. So all in all, you know, compared to the previous insert by e-Raptor that I reviewed, this is definitely a lot better. Even though, you know, I was kind of worried about the card dividers, but it does what it needs to do. It keeps the cards separated. It has plenty of space for sleeve cards, and you know, it's solid enough. Just be careful with it. You're not gonna throw that thing around. So and you can take it out and put it on the table, and that's handy. So you can grab everything you need. So this insert definitely does what it advertises, and so it definitely deserves a big thumbs up for me. And that's how you put together the e-Raptor insert for Nemesis. And I have to say, it's quite an efficient and easy and fun to put together insert. There's quite a lot of dividers there, and I was a bit worried about the thin material in these card organizers. But in the end, it works quite well. It's light, it's sturdy enough for what it needs to do, and it holds everything. There is a spot for everything, and it doesn't slide around, doesn't move around, and I think that's great. And you have, you know, dedicated spots for all these miniatures that go in here. That is awesome. And you can just put this on top, and everything will fit inside. It just raises the lid just a little bit because of the boards, so that's gonna happen. If you're okay with that, then this is a perfect insert. I think it even holds all the cards when you sleeve them. So that's a big thumbs up for me for the e-Raptor organizer for Nemesis. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thanks to e-Raptor for sending me this insert, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.